Hey, I'm Tiffany. I'm the ConsciousCrafter. This is video 2, but I'm going to say it's the first official one. Or no, I guess it's video 3. But anyways, this is the first official one because I'm not showing you everything I've done. Just the few things I've done within the week. I want to say thank you to all the people who subscribed. You're freaking awesome! And I want to thank Jillian at Coo Coo for Cowls because she's like my new friend now. And I want to thank Dani, who I found through Kai Shane, I think is her last name, Kai Shane, but she's really sweet. We discussed wine, which is my new favorite thing now. So other than knitting and crocheting, I might as well dabble in conscious things, I guess. So I guess why I'm a conscious crafter is because other than just not using animal products, I try my best not to overconsume, consume things that might not be ethically produced, or things that might be a little, what I mean by that is like, of course, sweatshops and things like that. But I think you also have to be conscious of even the pay of the people who are producing your things. Can the people who are producing your items, can they buy them themselves? I think that's a great way to look at it, is because you've got, that can happen anywhere. But when I was thinking of things to talk about, my main concern was looking through companies like, I'm going to feel bad talking about these companies and being bad, but I don't want to. I just want to bring awareness to things. But is it that darn yarn? I should know these names. I really should. It's that darn yarn or something like that. But what that company does is they employ women, I believe, in India, and they produce all of this sustainable yarn, which is great. Absolutely fantastic. But what I want to see is those women being able to purchase that yarn. Those women being able to prosper the way they need to. Not the way the Western world wants them to, but the way they need to. Oh, I feel bad saying that, but hopefully other people will get what I'm trying to say there. But that's the consciousness I'm trying to get forward, is that it's not just being vegan for animals. It's being kind and thinking of people as well. Which is why I also say that I am not perfect. There's a cost at buying incredibly ethical products. There's a cost to that, which is actually monetary cost. And not all of us are able to afford that, me especially. So for me to say that I am awesome and I buy all of these ethical products and I only do that, and that's ridiculous. I can't do that. And that's sad, that to consume consciously, to live consciously, you have to be at a certain bracket, which is really, really sad. But I'm hoping by me making these videos and talking about it and having conversations with other people that other people become more aware. They don't have to consume consciously. I would like them to. But if they don't, it's up to them. But at least be aware of it. At least be aware of what's going on in your world. I think when people try to put off politics and put off issues and say, well, I don't want to talk politics. That's something I don't want to talk about. You have a lot of privilege to do that. You are on a level that other people can't be at. There's people who live their lives every single day deep in politics, everyday politics all around them. Any kind of group that's oppressed, any kind of person who barely makes it on minimum wage. Those are people who live in politics every single day. So to assume that, we can just forget about politics is kind of being ignorant in a way. again, everybody's going to get mad at me. Hopefully not. But it's important stuff, and it needs to be said. And I don't hear it enough in the knitting and crochet world, on YouTube anyway. But I do have to talk about somebody I found tonight, which I'm super excited. I had to pause their video to make this video. It's a couple, Gregory and Philip. Their channel is Gregory Patrick. I love them. Their little podcast is called "A Knitters Be Damned," I think. And I was watching their first one. I just found them tonight. And they were talking about how people can't ignore politics. And they were talking about how they were gay. And how, the media and all of these, I say liberal groups. And I don't mean liberal in the liberal Republican way. I mean liberal in the free choice American way. Gosh, people are going to get so mad at me. But that's okay. If you want to get mad, you want to get mad. But they were saying that all these groups were looking down at the oppressed people and saying, here's how you should live your life. This is how we should treat you. Wait a second. I have a voice too. I loved it. Anyways, so if you haven't checked them out already, I'm new to them. You're probably not. Check them out because they're awesome. What else did I want to talk about? I think I've gone down the rabbit hole. I also want to talk about why I craft. I think what might get lost in the discussion with my choice of consciously crafting is, well, if it's so hard to ethically do anything, why craft at all? It's supposed to be a hobby. It's naturally expensive, right? Why should I craft at all? And I think I have three reasons why. One, I want the life skill. I think it's a great life skill to have. If my child has a hole in their sock, I can say, I can help you with that. If I am short on cash and I have all this yarn and I need to give a gift, I can make one. This is a skill that will go all through my life, and hopefully onto my children. The second reason I craft is that, for my family, to create things for them, to make things for them. The first thing I ever made, well, not first, but the first good thing I ever made was a hat for my husband. He wore it all day, every day during the winter. He lost it, and he was heartbroken. He loved the hat so much, and I felt so great that I could make something so useful to him, and that he enjoyed it so much, and he used it. So I think that's something everybody should experience. Everybody should be able to at least try, or at least have the opportunity to use that as a resource. Unfortunately, not everybody has all the resources and the opportunities to do that. And there's lots of reasons for that. That could be economic. That could be that there isn't any usable yarn. I mean, and now, of course, there's everything in big box stores, but not everybody can afford those, I mean, going down the rabbit hole, there's tons of reasons why people aren't able to do the things other people can. The third reason is I want to gain independence. And I think everybody else does this too. And I think we do this instinctively whenever we go to a store, or even when we look on Pinterest. We look at it and say, hey, I can make that. I could probably make that for cheaper. I think, at least psychologically and mentally, we're thinking, oh, I see how this system is working. Let me work through that. Let me not work this, or I'm sorry. Let me break the system a little bit. I can make this for cheaper. I don't have to buy this. I don't have to participate in this capitalist venture. I can work my way through it and get my own product. But of course, you have to buy the yarn. You have to buy the needles. Yes, you still have to participate in capitalism, but you've kind of broken the mold. You're like, oh, okay, I get it. You're trying to sell me something, but I can figure out how to make it. And I think the more we think like that, intuitively, we start seeing that everywhere. We start seeing that, oh, this ad, oh, you're trying to sell me something. You're not really trying to tell me that I'm pretty, or that I need these jeans, or I'm overweight. What you're trying to tell me is I need to buy this. You don't really care about my health or anything. You're just getting me to try to buy something. Sorry, I'm getting ranty. Anyway, so I think I'll cool off on the conscious and political talk. I hope that's cool with everybody. I'll save some more for hopefully episode 2. But I think that's important to say. I think these things are really, really important to say, and I think the more people say it, the easier it gets. I think trying to hide away from it leaves a lot of the people who are deeply disadvantaged scraping. And I don't think that's fair. I think the people who have the privilege to talk about it, have the privilege to, say the words, should be able to do that. And I'm not saying that I need to talk over people. I think definitely those disadvantaged people need to speak for themselves, and I need to give them the platform. But of course, I don't have any of those people in my living room right now, so I'm doing what I can, the way I know, to speak what I've learned. Yeah. So I may do a weekly, here's a book if you want to learn about this thing, because that's how I get all my information other than, my schooling. I read a lot. I read a lot of philosophy. I read a lot of political, economic, social issue books. That's my geekdom. That's what I geek out on. I geek out on politics and social issues and activism. So, yeah. So anyways, let's get to the knitting and the crocheting stuff, and probably what you guys mostly want to see. I'm sorry if you don't like the first part. If you don't, tough luck. It is what it is. First I have a question. So I got a yarn haul from Goodwill. I usually get most of my yarn from thrift shops or Walmart or Joann's. I know Walmart, they have their own issues, but like I said at the beginning, I can't win them all. I can't fight every battle. I can only fight the battles that I could do. And right now, I can afford to get yarn at Walmart, the thrift stores, and Joann's. So, anyway, so I got this yarn. It's the homespun. Hopefully that's going to show up right on the camera. I don't know. But how do you use this yarn? I don't get it. I tried crocheting with it once, and I don't get it. I don't get it at all. It doesn't make any sense to me. It works, but it doesn't look like a normal stitch. So is there a certain project that you use with it? Maybe you guys have used it. Hopefully, if you've used it, tell me what you did, and maybe I can figure it out. Because right now, it's beautiful yarn, and I looked it up, and it's kind of expensive for my budget anyways. So, and I would like to use it because it's pretty, and it's soft, and I like it. But I don't get it. I don't get how to use it. So let me know. So I really was hoping to get something finished tonight, but I didn't want to rush through the whole night and get it finished. I'd rather just wait and get it done at a later date and then show it next week. But it's the Movie Night Cocoon Cardigan by Alexandra Trevell. I think that's what it is. But it's so big that I can't show it to you in person all the way. But I got the sleeves done. Isn't that pretty? I like it. I like it so much, especially the contrast between the granny squares and the single crochets. It's really, really pretty. And it calls for 2 rows all along the edge, but I think I might do 5 or something. I like the big collar look, so I might do that instead. So I'm excited to finish that because it is probably going to be the most fashionable thing I have in my closet, and I made it, so that's cool. And the other thing I worked on, which I also showed last week, was this slow knit. It's a top. And I talked about this with Jillian today on Instagram, how knitting is so much slower than crochet. And that I started knitting first, but I actually like crochet a lot more. I know it's weird, but I wonder if that's common. I mean, I've seen knitters who then learn to crochet and then, they're crocheters and they learn to knit. And then they just knit. They put down their crochet and they just knit. Well, I'm kind of the reverse. I learned to knit, but once I learned to crochet, I was like, oh my God, I love this. This is so much easier. Not to mention it's a little cheaper. I mean, the yardage on the yarn is a little bit more, but all I need is a hook. I don't need the cables. I don't need 5 billion needle sizes with the cables. I mean, I have interchangeable sets, but if you're just doing just the circulars that are, attached to include and things, you have to buy a lot of cables and a lot of sizes, and that gets expensive. So I kind of like crochet. I kind of like it. I do like knitting more for like the tight stitches, like top. I mean, this is a wholly top, but I mean the sweaters and things like that. But I've seen a lot of crocheted sweaters and things that I'm thinking, that's not bad. I could do that. So I don't know. I don't think I'll put down the knitting needles because it's kind of like that first thing you've got to hold on to. But I think I might crochet a whole lot more. Anyways, so the top. So let me show you the right side. So it's a little bit longer than it was last week. This is pink. I hope it comes out as pink. But it's really pretty. It's taken a long, long time, and it's really easy. So I usually just do it when I'm watching TV with my husband, and it's fine. But when I finish other things, and this is still on here, I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. Plus, I have to make a whole nother panel. I have to make a whole nother one of these. I know what you're thinking. You're like, okay, why didn't you just do a top-down one in the round? I like things difficult, apparently. It's always been my thing. If you want to do the easy way, I'm going to do the hard way. So anyway, we'll see how this goes. I'm not going to frog it. I'm definitely going to finish it because I don't like frogging things. I'll take that back. I like frogging things only because I like reusing the yarn. I don't have a lot of money. So when I end up having a project that's not very good, like I wouldn't wear it, or I wouldn't use it, or I can't gift it because I've screwed up on it too much, I'm perfectly fine frogging it because it gives me more yarn. I don't have to go out and buy more yarn. Yarn problems. Anyways, so that's going to be forever. Hopefully I can go quickly on it, but I'm a really slow knitter. I throw, and not only do I just throw, I actually do my whole hand and throw that way. I don't know why. I don't know how to change it. I have tried my best to change it. The problem with doing it this way, with my left hand while I'm knitting, from behind, I don't have a lot of circulation in my left hand, so I don't have a lot of use with my left hand. So I have no control. I have no control over the yarn with my other hand. So it's incredibly difficult. So I have to throw. And I don't know how to change it. I'm a slow knitter, and that's okay. I'll deal with it. It's okay. I'm faster at crochet, and I'm okay with that. So I will keep working on this. So I'm getting that out of the way. Here's my awesome project bags. I use just whatever bags I have. Sometimes they're plastic bags. Sometimes they're Ziploc bags. Sometimes they're these bags. Sometimes they're no bags. I find it, I don't mean to dog on everybody today. Dang. don't think project bags are pointless. I just think my money can go elsewhere. And I guess the people who can buy project bags are privileged in that way. They are able to use their money however they see fit. That's cool. Do whatever you do. Fine with me. So this is a project I started because these other ones were taking so much longer, the cardigan and the top. And I have my husband's grandmother is just moved into a memory care facility, part of the not retirement, but assisted living. And I doubt she even remembers who I am, even though she's known me for a decade and a half. And so I thought I'll make her something. So and what I'm going to do is I forgot to show the yarns. I'm going to Instagram my yarn choices for this shawl. And they're weird. I hope they look good together, but I'm not good at that. I'm not good at choosing yarns, especially the shawls that are like different colors. I'm not good at that. Hopefully I chose good colors. We'll see. But I really probably don't think she's going to care that much. I think she's just going to appreciate the gift. But anyway, so it's Bernat. These are yarns I got, or this yarn and the other yarns I got were from that Goodwill haul. So this is Bernat Soft Baby. It's really soft. She's in the white, and the other one is, I think, Bernat too. It might be Lion Brand, but it's another baby yarn, and it's Twinkle. So it's got the blues and the pinks and the little bit of yellows and the white. So I'm going to have that. And then I have Lion Brand Jamie baby yarn, and it's bright yellow. I thought, oh, that'll be fun. So I'm going to do those 3 colors. And it's what did I call it? Hold on. It's the Age of Brass and Steam Kerchief. Sounds fancy. I'm going to do that one for my grandmother, or my grandmother-in-law, basically. I don't have a lot, and it's the first time I ever did a garter stitch tab. That was hard. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that again. That was difficult. I couldn't even imagine doing it with like a fingering weight yarn. Holy moly. No. But it was an experience. At least I know how to do it, and I know I can do it, so that's good. But anyways, it's itty bitty little shawl. It's really blown out because it's bright white. But anyways, so that's going to be fun. I hope I'm okay at it. It's a whole lot of make ones and make lefts, and I'm not a fan of those either. So we'll see how that goes. Again, I should label this, that should be the label of my podcast title is, we'll see how it goes. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Okay, so then the 4th thing, which I'm only doing these 4 because I think I'll end up losing my mind if I have more than this on the needles, or hook, or whatever you want to call it. So if you follow me on Instagram, I forgot to say that in the beginning. I have an Instagram account now, and I'm in love with it. It's so much fun. It's the crochet. It's the ConsciousCrafter. That's what I am. So I'm on there a lot, so please come see me and come say hi, and I'll like your stuff, and I'll say hi, and I'll do Jillian knows what I'm talking about. Anyways, so I love this yarn. This yarn is Premier Yarns. Secretly something. I have it on my Ravelry page too. The same name, ConsciousCrafter. Look on there. It's really pretty. It's really fun yarn. So I'm making a cowl. It's the coiling cowl. I don't know if you can really see it. The yarn doesn't really do the pattern justice, but I like the yarn, so it is what it is. I think I might actually turn it, I don't know, maybe this is the right way. I don't know. But it's prettier this way. I like it better this way. It still might not be the right way, but I like it this way better. You can see the lines better that way, but it might not be the right way. I don't know. I don't wear cowls, so this will be for a family gift at Christmas. I don't want to say names just in case somehow they watch me. That would be weird. Please don't. So yeah, what else did I want to talk about? I think I did all the damage I could possibly do in my first big episode. Why do I have my glasses off? Huh. That's weird. Did I have my glasses off the whole time? I'm not editing that. It is what it is. Anyways. I think it's bedtime for me. Anyways, I think that's all I wanted to say. Yeah. Oh, I did have has anybody tried the star stitch? Before I tried this cowl, I tried a headband, and it was the 320 stars headband on Ravelry. And it called for a star stitch, where you purled 3 together, and then you did something else. But I could not do the purl 3. Could not do it. I gave up. I'm a perfectionist, and if I cannot get something done the right way the first time, it's not happening. So, do you guys use, if you've done it and you've accomplished it, do you guys use like sharper needles or something? This was knitting. I should say that. It was knitting. That's probably self-explanatory, but in case. Do you use sharper needles? Maybe it was the yarn I was using. I want to say it was DK. It was a DK weight yarn. And it wasn't doing it. I sucked at it. Anyways, so that's all I have. Hopefully, I hope I'll have finished things. I'll definitely post a picture of my awesome cardigan, because it's also, I'm so excited to finish it. So hopefully, I'll definitely post that on my next video. And if you have an Instagram, follow me there, because I post even my kids. I post pictures of my stuff, and then I'll post pictures of my kids hanging out. Oh, I forgot to mention I'm homeschooling my kids, and I'm an unschooler. So that's for another video. Anyways, bye-bye for now. See ya.